I do not want to take computer science because I've got low marks in my 12th board exams. And in fact, all my friends have got better marks than me. Now, I heard this argument many times from many of our students, especially before JOSAA, especially when it comes to picking which branch they want. Now I hear these kind of arguments from the students. They say, no sir, I do not want computer science because of this reason, that reason. So let's dive into what is important. When you should go for computer science, how much it is related towards your grade 12th, whatever you learn in computer science. Is there any relevance, or what you have learned is totally different thing altogether? So we'll cover all of that in today's video. In fact, in the description after today's video, we'll be also putting a link. It's a Google form. You can just fill up the form. You have to fill up your email ID and all the other things. And once you submit the form, you will get an email with the detailed analysis for all the branches, that is electrical, electronics and computer science, with their opening and closing ranks according to JOSAA 2024, as well as the placement information, like what is the average placement, median placement and so on. So you can check out the description below, and you can fill the Google form for the detailed analysis of opening and closing ranks for various IITs as well as few NITs. So let's start out with today's video about computer science. So as I've told, many students have this perception that whatever they have learned in their 11th, 12th, the same thing is same thing they are going to learn in college as well. But believe me, that's not how it is. In fact, many students are afraid that I didn't took computer science as my 5th subject in school. Other students have taken that, they'll be way ahead of me. No, it doesn't matter. I personally know many of our students, many of my batchmates who took computer science without even knowing any basic knowledge of computer, and they are doing really, really well. So let's understand what's the difference. So if I talk about what you learn in the school in computer science, it will be a lot more syntax focused. Now what I mean by syntax focused is that it will be more into the programming language, whether you are grammatically correct or not. Then it will be more of tool oriented. Okay, they'll be giving you, okay, you use this certain tool, or you have to write code in this way, or if this is a sorting, which like part or which function to use. So all that will be predetermined. Similarly, it will be grade driven. Like for example, they'll teach you something very basic in lower grade, then even a little bit more in 11th, 12th. So the thing is, it is not a comprehensive knowledge. See, for example, many of you might have learned the divisibility rule of 3, that if you add all the digits, it should be divisible by 3. But you have never learned why that is true. That same thing happens in the school computer science as well. You are learning what type of language you are doing, what kind of application you are using, what are the languages. But the thing is, you do not know what was the purpose of that. You do not understand the entirety of that. So I'll say it's more of a knowledge remembering based computer science that you learn in school. So please understand that it have no relevance, because what you are going to do in the college is totally different. So college computer science will be more of problem solving. It will be more of real world application, because as an engineer, it's the first thing that we need to create some new applications or solutions. It will be more logical thing and innovation based. So I'll give you a quick example to understand that. So for example, in your school, you might be just writing a certain code, okay, print this, or this should be output with a certain guideline. But let's say if I talk about your college computer science, there you'll be focusing on algorithm, data science, the core subject like operating system and all. So in algorithms, you'll be learning, okay, let's say that I have to find whether a given number is prime or not. Let's say if I talk about 997, whether 997 is prime or not. Now one way of doing that is you check till all the numbers till 997, whether it is dividing all the prime numbers by then or not. Or to make it a little better, you check till all the numbers of 997 by 2. Alright, so you check all the you check all those numbers, you check all that 498 or 499 numbers. So that is also one way of doing that. But the easier or the faster way to do is still checking till root of 997. So that's the logic we have to use. So I'll say the computer science of the college level is more of problem solving and logical based. So that's a big difference. So students, do not confuse between the school computer science and college computer science. Now, if I talk about computer science thinking in action, so as I've told you, the thought process is totally different. That's why entire learning experience is different. So let's say if we talk about that, a problem, you have to find the second largest number, right? So one way is you have to compare with brute force. Brute force means you are not using any efficient logic. You are just comparing every two numbers. So if I compare every two numbers, what will happen? But a computer science approach will be more logical comparison of the sequence. Like, and you have to also see efficient memory management, how much time it is taking. So there are concept of time complexity and all that you will learn later. No need to dwell into that right now. So the college computer science, especially at IITs and NITs, is more towards logical thinking, towards creating efficient solutions. So understand this difference. Now coming to why computer science is so popular. So you might have already noticed or seen that the course which is in highest demand is computer science. Now the simple reason is because innovation is happening in the direction. Now why innovation is happening in the direction? Because it is the least investment required to do innovation. You just need some computer machines. Unlike other domain where you have to set up a big manufacturing unit or a big warehouse, it requires less money to start things with. That is why we can also see a lot of innovation happening, and world is also moving towards that. We can see a lot of technological changes in AI. So if I talk about, yes, it has become the gateway of innovation right now, be it AI, robotics, and in fact virtual reality or augmented reality, all that are a very essential part of computer science. Now it's not like that's only computer science, because robotics is a mixture of mechanical and computer science, but yes, still computer science have a more dominant role to play right now in this technological world. Then top placements, because it's in the demand, maximum job opportunities. So definitely for a talented pool coming from IITs and NITs, there's a very high demand, lot of job opportunities and very high paying as well. Then is domain flexibility. So as I've told you that computer science is like covering a lot of domain. So let's say if you are in hospital, even hospital need to manage their data efficiently. So even they need a support of computer science. They need to have a specific software, someone to manage that, to manage their website, to manage their portal. And it can be also in entertainment. You are booking movie tickets online. So all of that, like the application of computer science is very wide in this world. And you can build from scratch. So as I've told you, the investment required to work on something new in computer science is just a system. Maybe if you are doing a little bit more CPU intensive thing, you might require a little bit costly system, but still it will be much cheaper compared to other domain, and that is why you can see the rapid rise in it. Now, how to determine whether computer science is the right choice for you or not? Because one of the argument I've already talked about, that I didn't get good marks in board. Some will say that, okay, everyone is doing computer science, I want to be different. Or some kids will say that my parents are doing computer science, that's why I do not want to do computer science. So all these are not very wise choices or wise decisions. So what should be a better way to assess whether you should do computer science or not? So I'll start with the red flags. So you should not do computer science just because of trend, right? Because your interest matters a lot. Definitely you have no interest, you have nothing to find out, you are totally clueless. It's a different scenario there, but do not just do it for the sake of following trend. Second is if you dislike logical thinking, because as I've told you, computer science will involve a lot of logical thinking, the calculus and the algebra part of mathematics, not what you have learned, but building on top of that. So we have to get an example as well to make your algorithms more efficient, your data structure more efficient. Then if you hate screen time, because yes, you will not learn languages like C, Python in your college, because more important, that is not core computer science. Core computer science is learning about the subject, algorithms, data structure, operating system, all of that. So if you hate screen time, because you have to sit in that front of screen and do the work, so in that case it's a big no for you. Whereas if I talk about what you should look for, so if you like problem solving mindset, again, if you like those chapters in maths like permutation, combination, PNC, probability, like, and similarly a little bit of complex number calculus, if you like all of that, if you like solving, like you have problem solving mindset, then believe me, computer science is a very good option for you. Not the only option, but one of the good options. And if you have patience for debugging, because what happens is it requires patience. Let's say I'm writing a code, it's not working. Now one thing, I'll get irritated, frustrated and leave it. No, it's not gonna work in computer science. For computer science, you need to have that patience. Okay, I've got something wrong, where it can be. Let's say writing a 1,000 line code, but the bug might be in 400th line. Now these days, A lot of text editor are very advanced. You'll get to know where the error is, but sometimes debugging it still takes time. And next, you should have passion for technology. You should love technology, because computer science also demand evolution every year, because technology is improving very faster, things are changing, you also need to change, you need to keep on developing your skill. So computer science engineering is not something you learn for 4 years in college. It will require lifelong learning. New languages, new frameworks, new technologies are coming, you maybe have to adopt to that as well. And if I talk about like kind of a reality check to understand whether CS is right for you or not. So number one, there will not be any instant result, because some student might think, okay, I'll learn computer science, tomorrow I'll make an app. No, there are no instant results. You have to understand everything. There will be a long journey of hard work, only then you'll get results. Then there will be constant learning curve. So as I've told you, technology is changing. The learning curve will be like throughout the lifetime, not that intense as JEE and much less than college, but little bit learning will be always there. And iterative progress. So once you do something new, you'll struggle a lot, but when you do it the second time, you'll be much faster. When the first time you learn coding Python, you will not understand anything. Second time, much faster. So follow these things to understand whether CS is right choice for you or not. Now coming to various specialization, because of which CS is a lot in demand. So you can see AI and machine learning everywhere in the news. So you can make smart system that can learn. Alright, a lot of applications have started coming. You can make AI agents now. This is becoming easier and easier with the technological developments. Then there is cybersecurity. You can see a lot of spam happening to normal people, as well as happening in a bigger level. You might have seen a cryptocurrency scam, all those things happen. So cybersecurity is very important, not just for currency, even for the data. So that's also one field. Then you have data science, where it's all about extracting the data, like knowing what is the trend. In fact, YouTube, Instagram, all of them do the same thing. If you see one video, you'll get recommendations accordingly. Instagram, in fact, hears you. If you like talk, based on your talk, it can pick up things that you're interested in. Similarly, traditional software engineering, where you are building robust applications. Blockchain is the technology on which cryptocurrencies are based. That's also one of the emerging technology. In fact, Dubai have completely transferred their entire real estate transaction on blockchain, so that in real estate there will not be any corruption, no black money. So that's a very, very emerging field, as well as design user experiences, like how a website should look like, how an application should look like. So they are the various domains in computer science. Now coming to your long run computer science journey, as I've told you, this field is changing rapidly. So there's a lot of innovation happening. You can create technologies, work on new technologies, then learnings. So you have to master fundamentals, because especially these days after ChatGPT have come into picture, I have seen many students are like doing a kind of cheating or easy way out for their examinations. But believe me, if you can use ChatGPT, companies can also use ChatGPT. So if your skill is only to use ChatGPT, you are not a computer science engineer. So you need to learn the fundamentals, so that you can create something like ChatGPT. Learn specific specialization. We have talked about that earlier, be it in terms of AI, machine learning, cybersecurity. Pick something, pick your strength. And community. So the good part of computer science, there's a big community, there's a lot of websites, Geek for Greeks, HackerRank, where you can participate and keep on working on your skills, even while you are in college, learning those courses. So that's all from our side for this small video about computer science. Now we'll be also coming up with more videos further about how to pick which college or which course is best for you, especially when you are stuck in certain range of ranks. If you are in the confusion, we'll cover all of that. So see you guys soon in the upcoming videos about more detail about JOSAA and other career options. And once again, in the description you can find the Google form, in which if you just fill up your ID basic detail, you'll get an email on the details of EE, EC courses, closing and cutoff ranks, as well as the placement details for CSE, EE and EE courses. So if you would like to get to know more about us, you want any specific inputs, please comment, we'll reply you back. So all the best to all of you, and see you in the next video.